Nice.
Oh.
Who lives in a tree?
Hi guys.
Who lives in a tree? Welcome back to
Hi.
Weir of Adynn, session 17.
Estella Luna.
We are gonna get straight back into it, but we need a recap. Who wants to run the recap this week? Gabby's pulling a Chad face, which tells me so much. Shadow shot. Go.
Session 69.
Nice.
Nice.
Fuck's sake.
Sounds so disappointed.
So, we begin from where we left off from the other session, where Heliodor decides to go down into a sewer to follow a mysterious man, and gets powder in the face and passes out. We are now...
I still posit that I was on my way up. I was coming back.
So, us three, Dracera, Karik, and Estella are at the top, and we gotta make a bloody plan. So Dracera changes into a shape of a goblin and changes into the thieves, into a thief's clothes from the charlatan's wardrobe. And we can see shadows moving at the bottom. Who's spooky? And Estella can hear Heliodor just slowly being dragged along the floor with his massive cake. Just making a lot of noise, honey. So Estella casts Mending on the Cloak of Invisibility to do it up a bit more so they can wear it. And Dracera and Karik make it to the bottom, where it is covered in magical darkness. Dracera uses her Death Seer, which allows her to see spirits in the dark to try and figure out her way through. But Karik has a great idea, because this was big brain. This session was big brain. All our blood was actually to our brains and not somewhere else. That's strange for session 69. Am I right, boys? Anyway, so Karik calls out to Chronometer, who flies through the darkness to land on him, and tells Chronometer to lead us through the darkness to where Heliodor is. And we switch over to Heliodor, who is hanging upside down over some sort of large... over a large chasm. Sorry, there is a gif of Patrick's massive cheeks. Oh god. So he is hanging upside down over a large chasm tied by spiderweb. And in front of him is Chief Maverick of the Thieves Guild / Assassin's Creed Brotherhood man. And there is the hobgoblin who he attacked, called Mash. Very nice name. And all of his items have been taken. So he threatens to throw Heliodor's very expensive mace into the chasm, and Heliodor just starts talking a bunch of shit. Like, he cannot be stopped. He keeps talking. So Karik hears Heliodor calling out for Chronometer and looks inside, just at the moment where the chief is saying, we're going to hold him for ransom, because obviously Heliodor opened up his big mouth and told them, my grandmother will hear about this. Great.
Not alive.
I mean, it'd be a bit late. So we all climb down and see Heliodor hanging from the ceiling, and Dracera calls one of the spirits that is around over to her so she can speak to it with Speak with Dead. And asks 5 questions. I can't count. The chief only wants money. His weakness is silence. Present a gift and kill for them. So the way that you can get into the Thieves Guild and win them over is to kill for them and all that stuff. So Karik gives Dracera 15 platinum and she takes them along with her. Karik wears the invisibility cloak and climbs up the walls. And Estella waits in the corner to prepare to cast a minor illusion spell. Dracera speaks to the group, but doesn't know what a goblin sounds like, so has to wait for the goblin to speak before she opens her mouth to pretend to be a goblin. And to try and convince them, Heliodor is a master creator and inventor who made Thumb, and she wants her money back because Thumb is shit. She starts lying about Mare, saying Mare is this giant evil creature, bigger than a house, will tear a village to pieces. and he is approaching through the sewers, which is when Estella creates a minor illusion of the sound of Mare coming through the darkness, roaring and giant paw prints, and it scares off everyone in the Thieves Guild. And Heliodor is released and given all his items back. And I don't know why I did this. Desera pretends to die from the powers of Mare, distracted off by Heliodor, which is great. Well done, guys. That was a success. We reached the top, and Chorus, the poor Chorus that we have, is mortified because we stink like shit. So we head back to take some baths and have our clothes made ready to go up to the ring. Thumb is getting a bow tie. That was the main point that I also made. Estella goes wandering around the house with Thumb and Karik, and they look around. And they go out on the balcony and look over the town where Karik starts to draw. And they have a little talk together. Each person receives a package of the clothing that they request. And Heliodor puts Mare into a locket ready to travel. And we go up to the ethereal plane to take our little journey to the ring. Woo! So, we land on the World Warp. Boom, boom, boom. We see Chorus with a tall figure with white plate, and there is another Hearts and Flower shop up there, guys. The bakery is there. We found the other bakery, which is run by a gnomish man who is married to the half-orc lady down in the bottom. Yes, we love simpery in this game. No. And anyway, so yes, gnomish man with his daughter. And we buy a lot more baked goods and spend a lot of time because we love him. So Genka is the one who's down in the Citadel. And the gnomish man wants to make a new item after Estella, which is so cute. Nada is the half-orc, Alias is the gnome, and Caitlin is their kid. Karik gives them 15 platinum, so hopefully he can spend time with his wife down on the planet. And we promise that hopefully we can get them something that will allow them to travel between the two places without having to fork out loads and loads of money because it's very expensive. And that's when we go and get on our journey with Chorus, another Chorus. There's a lot of choruses. With these led by Selkie-like horse creature things. And as we go towards the place that we need to go where we go.
Going to the Citadel.
The Citadel! The really big important place we're going to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remembered everything else. And then we see large flying creatures in the sky and humanoid, bald, reminds me of someone, tattooed creatures walking across the Azus Ridge. And those are the cloud giants. They're real.
Okay. Well, Gabby's dead. Okay. Great. Yeah. So with that, we're gonna get straight back into it. So it's gonna take you about like a day and a half. A day and a half to 2 days travel to get to the Citadel. So you are going to be stopping overnight. Chorus is taking you in a covered over cart with a pack member who is sat on the back as you're travelling. The travel is uneventful at best. It's just sort of a long stretch of road, as you'd imagine a long stretch of land would be. Lots of pine trees, which is a very different sort of climate to that you're used to on Sif, of the sort of junglescape that you're comfortable with. This is a very different climate up here on the ring. You pull up in the late evening to a small rustic-looking hotel en route. There are two pack guards stand watch outside the front door. But as Chorus gets off and opens the door to each of you, they seem to relax a little and allow you passage. As you take a step inside, it's sort of a tavern downstairs and then rooms to stay upstairs. It's not quite as grand as the rooms you stayed in the manor on Sif. It's a very different sort of architectural style, but still beautiful and clearly well kept. It's quite busy. There seems to be quite a lot of people who stop here. The tavern is quite lively. People are sort of jovial and drinking. And Chorus gives you a key to 4 rooms that have been pre-prepared for you. As you step into your rooms, again, they're not quite as grand, but they're very homely and certainly plush in their kind of rustic charm. Lots of fur blankets and the carved wooden architecture. Still very big beds, still sort of a nice ivory tub in the corner for bathing, if any of you wished to. And a little menu that is sat on top of the bed for sort of a room service, it seems. But other than that, Chorus kind of will bow to each of you and tell you that you will be leaving promptly at 8 o'clock in the morning, and would like to request that you are available at that time so that they can continue the travel. But until, good God, up until that point, you are left to your own devices. What would you like to do?
We can have a look around.
Aye, we can do that. Can have a look around outside.
Yeah. So you step outside. There's a, it's almost like a little walled-off courtyard. It's well kept, but it's not quite as cold as the manor was. Very much more sort of like local flora, bushes and plants and trees and grass. But it is sectioned off, and there are guards standing at the front gate.
Well, can we leave? I'll look at one of the pack guards and be like, can we leave and have a stroll out in the foresty bit? Or...
They look at you and say nothing.
I forget you do that. Just shake your head or nod. Like, can we go out the front gate, walk about?
They give you a curt nod.
Right. Thank you. Who wants to go for a bimble?
Wouldn't mind.
Mm,
Yeah, walk around the forest.
Yeah, why not?
nice.
It is quite late at night.
Danger bimble!
Danger bimble. But you're welcome to go
God.
out if you'd like.
Go for a little walk. They'll be able to. Well, we've got. Yeah, let's go.
So you're just
Head for the
going
gate.
out to
I'll just have a nice walk.
go for a wander. Okay.
Oh well.
So you're now about halfway
Whoa.
through your trip. As you step out of the courtyard, again you're met with this sort of thick deciduous woodland, these pine trees that are scattered. There's wildflowers. It seems very standard in terms of like a local wildlife. Sorry, this cat is melting off of my hand. Help me. Is there anything you're looking for in particular, or are you just sort of taking in the scenery?
Probably taking in the scenery.
Yeah. Been a while since Heliodore's been up here, so it's nice and nasty to be back. Feeling
Is-
very bittersweet.
Is the terrain kind of flat?
Where you currently are, yes. If you'd like to make me a perception check to have a look.
Sure. Oh wait, how do I? How do I roll?
So the game's paused.
Oh yeah.
Ah.
There you go. That's persuasion.
Yes, persuade the woodland to tell you exactly how it is.
Okay. So, looking kind of forward and back, you're looking at this just long stretch of land that curves up into the sky in front of you. Is somewhat half obscured by Sif, the planet, as it kind of stretches around the opposite side of it. You have to excuse the cat noises in the background because he's causing problems. You can see mountains. You can see stretches of mountains just before the curve of the planet kind of hides them from view. These snow-capped, large structures off in the distance. You can see vague shadows in the dark, but not much. Not with the 12.
Dang.
If anyone else wants to roll me a perception to take in what they can see.
I think I have really shit perceptions, but I'll do it
Yeah.
anyway.
Same
might
here.
get
Let's
lucky.
go for it. You're funny.
Yeah, we're all oh. Wow. Yeah,
Ah,
I'll get
yes.
lucky with that. Yeah. Huh? 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 Oh my god, I just touched my hair.
I was going to ask, but I realised this isn't a jungle, so technically, no, it wouldn't be the favourite terrain shit.
Dracera. This
Just don't. Just don't. Stop talking. Oh my god.
Dracera, this is just very alien to you. You're used to jungle, and this kind of climate, especially with the cold as well, it's this bitter kind of cold that's starting to blow through you and through your clothes. It's uncomfortable. There's an air of unfamiliarity about all of it, and you are hyper aware that you're not home, and there's no easy way to get home. Estella, we've already done that. Helidor, you have you kind of notice in the distance the mountains as well as you're kind of following Estella's eye line. You've never travelled that far. The furthest you've really travelled on the ring was the Citadel.
The Citadel, wasn't it? Yeah.
You can see dots of lights of cities that you've never been to that exist out there on this strip of land that surrounds Sif. But it's dark and you can't take in very many details. You can see the starry sky that melts away underneath you. Almost as like there is a gap of sky that is not taken up by the planet. Stars that are often hidden by Sif and those who live upon Sif by the ring. Karik. Yeah, Karik.
You see everything.
He with a disgusting wisdom. So, Karik, you're assessing your new surroundings. As a hunter, it makes sense that you would be constantly taking in this new environment so that you would know how to traverse it correctly, that you'd know how to hunt if you'd need to. The first thing you immediately notice is that the far edges of the ring that would fall off into the nothingness of space are walled off. There are large stone walls that prevent people from accidentally falling into the ether. And it is a strange view to see these beautiful natural structures and then these clearly man-made walls that stretch into nothingness. Seeing them from here, you must assume they are maybe 50 feet high, tall, very big. Because they don't want anyone accidentally falling off into the void.
Accidentally being the prone word there. You don't get hanged on the ring. You just get thrown off the edge.
Yes, do you mean our waste disposal service?
How wide? Would you be able to gauge roughly how wide the ring is?
You're looking at maybe 50 miles from either end. So it is quite wide. Plenty of space for people to set up and inhabit the ring. But it seems that cities are few and far between. Thinking back to the map that Dracera had produced from her research, you're kind of counting out spaces ahead of you and mapping it out in course of the map in your head. You can see where the Citadel is. You can see this gentle glow of light where lanterns have been lit, just past the tree line as it stretches up in front of you. And it's huge, but it's also near the edge. And with the 28, you notice that the walls stop around the Citadel. And then continue on past it. So there is a gap in these walls where the Citadel is.
Heliodor.
Aye.
Is there meant to be a gap in the wall around the Citadel?
DM, what do I remember about that?
You remember that there were a lot of, it was almost like a scenic thing, in that there were sections of the Citadel that were almost overhanging off the end of the world. So you could look down into the stars underneath you. But all of the barriers, they had railings, all the barriers were covered with a magical protective barrier that went up about 30 feet. So that no one could accidentally fall over the railing. But it was more of a... It's like a glass floor, kind of. Yeah, almost like that. So you could see more. It was for aesthetic purposes.
Well, I mean, the wall's not meant to be there in that bit. It's kind of an aesthetics choice because they're nothing if not vain, and love to show off how much they can do. It can be useful for research as well, stargazers, etc., but it's perfectly safe. It's just a little disconcerting the first time you stand on it because you kind of feel a bit. Ugh.
And actually, it's like standing at top of a tree for first time. You feel like you're probably going to fall.
Hey.
But instead you're falling into the depths of space.
Never to be seen or heard from again. Forever falling and never dying.
Can we please not go to the edge?
Aye, that's fine.
Yeah, that's all you see. It is dark. Oi, give it a fucking rest.
Man's got your hand.
I'm sorry, DM.
Sorry, the cat is eating me.
Good.
Who knows? If I died in this flat, the cat would eat me. It'd be good.
Yeah.
You would sustain Isaac for weeks.
I would. 5 minutes, that cat eats so fucking hard. Oh my god. Okay. Is there anything you're looking for particularly out here, or are you just taking it in and enjoying the crisp air?
Is the air crisp?
It's cold.
Oh, yeah.
We can see our breath, right? It's chilly.
Yay!
Sorry, Toby just threw his cat in a kind way.
In a kind
not
way.
in a really mean way. Don't come for this, man. It was just really funny.
It was just delightful how immediately, as soon as Isaac hit the floor, just was running at the same speed he hit. It was... But yes, I think Heliodor's just probably doing a lot of... It's a lot of reminiscing. He probably is looking quite spacey and looking away, being a little bit sad.
I'd say Karek with a 28. You feel like you're being watched.
Heliodor.
Aye?
Is the pack watching us?
Most likely, we are guests of the general, and it happened before. Hold on. White Knights, where the fuck are you? I think he's just gonna like turn around and look for him.
You can see them both stood by the gate. You're not too far away from the tavern from where you are.
Oh hi.
They just observe you. They don't move. They stay stock still, almost like they're statues. It's quite disconcerting.
They're grim as fuck.
I wonder, cause you know that feeling when you feel like being watched.
Mm-hmm.
My spider senses are tingling right now.
You'll learn to.
Shut up. Can we kick him out of the game?
Get out!
I could have
Get out
said this so many times. I could have said this so many times. Shut your fucking face when it happened once.
Stare back.
You'll be fine. You'll get used to it.
I don't think I will.
Then your stay is going to be absolutely horrific.
Great.
I mean, it's already pretty weird, but we're guests of the general himself, and they look. They do, yeah. They're just creepy. But don't worry, they won't do anything unless you break the law, so just don't break the law, I guess. Pull yourself together.
Doing my best.
It's illegal.
This is going to be one of those sessions.
This is gonna be one of those sessions. God damn.
Remember, it's illegal to lick doorknobs on other planets.
Yeah, I suppose you are kind of on another planet.
Anyway,
Okay.
do you want to see if we can walk further, or do you want to go back?
I think it's best if we go back.
Yeah.
It's getting a little bit dark and a little bit too cold for my personal taste.
And
I
we're
thought
being
you were going to
watched.
say your petals, and I was like, what?
They're
Petals.
leaves.
No, I know. That's why I was confused.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's just
You grow flowers.
Like,
No, I don't like it.
it's like covering up, say, like up to where a nose should be. So you just see the eyes at the top of that. It's like, hands in the pockets, like. I don't like it.
I think I'm going to get the shepherd's pie tonight. Do.
You're gonna head back into the tavern and get some food.
I read a book, have some tea, go to sleep.
Seems that all of your accommodations, including food, have been prepaid, as per a direct invitation from the general. And Chorus has provided what is necessary upon your travel. So you get
Thank
some
you, Chorus.
hearty, warm food in you. Dracera,
Good
I'm
soup.
assuming you're getting like tea or something.
A hearty water.
They do
Yeah.
offer you soup, which is mostly just vegetables.
I'll take
Mostly.
the vegetables as well.
Veggie
Mostly.
soup.
What do you mean by mostly?
Well, because like there's stock and stuff like that, but it's like a veggie
Milk.
stock. So.
Veggie stock. Okay, that's fine.
Sorry, is there beef stock in this?
Stock and
I can't have that. I can't.
I can.
Oh, quickly, Chorus.
Chorus is sat in the corner, almost like on his own, just sort of upright and not really responding. But when he hears his name, he kind of turns his head. Yes, my lord.
I can't remember. Do you sleep?
Yes, my lord.
Right. Okay. Thank you. I got confused because I know the pack doesn't, and
The pack doesn't sleep.
nope.
We take
They
turns,
just-
my lord. We take turns.
Ah, delightful.
A shift pattern, if you will.
Of course. Understood. Well, good night, sir.
Good night.
How many choruses are there on the ring?
Oh, you don't want to know.
You asking Chorus
quickly
that?
scurries away.
Yeah.
He kind of frowns a little and looks up. I believe there are currently 56.
And do you all know each other?
Yes.
What did he all do?
Are you asking him?
Vibe.
Yeah, sure.
He explains to you that his job is the service of other people. More specifically the general, but he does provide service on the general's behalf for patrons of and stuff like that. So he explains to you, he's like, he particularly is a shepherd, so he's one of the choruses that does the going back and forth from the world warp to shepherd people to the Citadel or wherever they need to go on behalf of the general. There are others that are specific to sort of cleaning duties, others that are specific to cooking duties, others that are specific to finding and retrieving certain things, namely books. They seem to be sort of like scholars almost. There are some that classify as guards, and he mentioned that there are a very select few that are specific hands of the general. Heliodor, that's new information to you.
There are how many hands of the general?
There were 6. There is now just 1.
May I inquire as to what happened to the other 5?
That's classified information.
Of course.
But I'm sorry if this is a deep question. This is me not questioning you. It's more in the sense of I've never experienced anything like you guys from where I'm from. Why don't they just hire people to do these jobs? Why specifically chorus?
Because that's what we were made for.
They are perfect. They are exactly what the general needs. Bespoke made for the duties required.
It's very occasional that you'll find one that is, and he kind of pauses, defective, but they are swiftly dealt with and replaced.
Jacera pulls the white man smile.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah. How many, this is a very grim question, but I'm curious, how many defective units have been disposed of?
9. And one of them was sent to Sif.
I believe we've met that one.
Oh. And he kind of he almost looks a little surprised. It's still alive. Interesting.
Right, they're quite handy.
They are one of us. Even
Indeed.
if they are wrong.
Well,
It's very good at what he
Sometimes-
does.
Now Stella pulls that white smile.
The white man smile.
errors are what make us unique and individual. Without error, we cannot learn.
Individuality calls for mistakes, and mistakes are not tolerated.
A mistake should be tolerated, especially if it leads to that special discovery of something new. I pride myself on my mistakes. If I hadn't made mistakes, I wouldn't have made anything that I have.
But my lord, inventors are meant to make mistakes. Choruses are not. We're not inventors. We're not creators.
How long do choruses live for?
50 to 100 years.
May I inquire as to your age?
I am... pauses.
Oh.
12.
Impressive.
Yeah.
He looks like a man in maybe his early 30s.
Now this one, for goodness sake. Sorry, it's a very loud motorbike. May I inquire as to your growing process? How long does it take you to be grown? Because I assume you are grown instead of built. It's hard to build flesh.
You can build flesh with magic.
True.
He kind of
But
explains to you that it's almost like a 6-month process, and there's always something in the canister. Effectively, it's almost like they have spares on hand that are held in this. Almost like a spell that he explains is almost like it's a stasis. It holds a person without them aging.
Suspended animation.
Yes, so they are brought up to a very specific kind of age, and then physically suspended there until they're needed use of. But they don't age the same way as people, because they're not quite people.
Thank you, Chorus.
He smiles. Hope you have a good evening, sir.
So do I. You too. Good night, everybody. I'm going to go and have nightmares now.
Are all of you going to bed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feel a little bit uncomfy.
Yeah.
We should all feel entirely uncomfy on this
You
planet.
guys want to share a room? I don't like this place.
There's almost like an air of uncanny valley about Chorus in that it's mostly human, but there's something off, you know.
It's almost the fact it doesn't have fucking pupils.
No pupils, yeah. It's creepy. The one on Sif has pupils.
That one looks normal.
That one looks like a
He looks
person.
like a person.
Because it is a person.
You say
They're
that
all
something looks.
people.
You say that something looks wrong with him, and he's like, "Oh no, I am defective."
I must be incinerated.
So if you're all heading off to bed,
Oh shit.
are you doing anything?
I'd like to just look around, investigate the room a little bit.
Are you looking for anything specific?
As a pack member under your bed.
They just nod.
Boom.
Maybe for anything magical in the
Okay.
room.
Roll me
I
an
might
Arcana
cast-
check.
Yeah. See how
Or-
it goes, and I might cast See Invisibility as well, but I have not decided yet.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So you're looking around, kind of looking for sigils and whatnot. After being in the manor and seeing these like kind of arcane sigils in pretty much everything to power things, you're kind of like, you know, looking for health spells, stuff like that. Especially again after like the City of Violet Gold, you're just making sure the room's not trapped. You know, your average kind of little check over to make sure the place is safe. You don't find anything out of the ordinary. You find like an empty case under the bed. It seems like for storing clothes. Some spare pillows. Some spare blankets. There's some furs in the cupboard and some relatively basic looking like hangers for hanging your clothes up. Nothing really out of the ordinary. Just seems like a bedroom.
Boudoir.
I don't like it. See Invisibility.
Okay.
Oh no. Okay.
So you cast See Invisibility, and you get this kind of pulse out of you as you search for things in the room. There's that tiny little orb of light up in the top hand corner of your room.
But I'm wearing the amulet.
Yeah.
Is it in anyone else's rooms?
Is it looking for?
It's moving around.
Oh, that's really annoying. We've got to do something about this. It's annoying me.
So
It's been haunting us for a year.
You can roll me another Arcana check if you like.
Yeah. It's starting to piss me off now.
We need more of those anti-divining things.
But I mean, I'm wearing one right now and it's still there.
Yeah, is it gone for an
No.
item you're wearing?
It-
Oh!
So you know
Oh,
that
God.
scrying can work so long as it knows where a person is. It might not necessarily be looking for you. It might
So-
be in the room next door, so long as it is within 10 feet. The rooms aren't that big. It could have, like, effectively spawned on the wrong side of the wall.
But are you implying that the person who is doing the scrying spell has been here before?
It's implying that it knows you, and
Okay.
it knows your party. Well enough that it can scry on you.
But it's not necessarily scrying on you, it could be scrying on whoever's in the room next to you.
Yeah.
Who's next door?
I bet it's a Stellar and Thumb. Is it Stellar
Yeah.
and Thumb?
So on one side you have Karek, and on the other you have a Stellar and Thumb. It's on the side with the Stellar and Thumb.
I know what they're looking for. Okay. I'm gonna go knock on Estella's door.
As you do, you watch the orb follow you out of the room.
I'm gonna turn around and walk away. I'm gonna go back into my room. I ding dong ditched.
Philip
The
the door
orb-
sees no one, like, what?
The orb does not follow you back into your room.
Oh,
Estella, do you open the door?
I mean, if they
There was a knock
then
on the
yeah.
door. You
Yeah.
open the door. No one's there.
can I try something
Getting
really dumb?
pranked.
Yeah. You're like, ow, what the fuck? And then you just close the door again.
Can I do something really stupid?
What is it?
It's not gonna work, but it's
Do the
so
stupid.
dumb. So fuck it.
Do the stupid.
Can I take off the amulet of proof against detection location? I want to come out and I want to put it over the orb.
Okay.
I mean,
You step out into the hallway. The orb's not there.
fuck.
You're
I'm gonna knock on
you're
the
holding
door.
the amulet. You're gonna knock on the door again, and Estella, there's another.
I swear to God. They're like. Okay, I'm gonna open it again.
Just
No,
let
open
us sit
it.
there
Oh,
with the amulet
there.
in their
Oh.
hands.
what are you doing?
I have a theory.
A game theory.
A game theory.
Okay.
Can I come in?
Yeah, come
Okay. And she gonna jaunt on in.
The orb has settled above Thumb.
Oh, I knew it. I knew it.
Thumb is sat on the bed, kind of kicking his legs. He waves at you as you walk in.
Giuseppe's gonna wave back, and then just dunk the amulet over his head.
Over his head or over the orb?
Right.
Over the orb first.
You pass it over the orb. Nothing happens. You put it
Okay.
on Thumb. It vanishes.
Yay! Mystery solved!
It's just kind of sitting on top of his cap because he's now bigger than he was, so it doesn't go over his cap. So it's just kind of like he's got a little circlet on his head now, and he's just looking at you.
Estella's just looking at what's happening, like, okay, that's what you wanted to do.
He signs at you. A gift?
If you want to hold on to it for a bit, I'm just gonna unclasp the back and put it round his neck.
I mean, but he's a cylinder. It'll
I
still
mean, it
just...
sits on his shoulders. He still has kind of shoulder joints, so it kind of sits on there.
To be
He looks
fair,
like a
even
pimp.
though
I got the big chains.
I'm just imagining that when you put this on, it's like the cylinder's thicker than an average neck. So it's
Thicker than the average neck.
Thicker than the
It's like,
average neck.
you know when you get like, okay, this is the easiest way for you to put it. You know when you get like thigh squish from like a
Thigh highs,
thigh
yeah.
high. He's got that around his neck.
Ah, he's chubby. He's chubby.
He's got neck squish. He's got neck
He's
squish.
beautiful.
It's like me.
Oh, squishy baby.
He looks at it and looks at you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
He seems contented with that.
How dare you?
We really need to solve this scrying problem. Really need to do. You know the orb that sometimes follows us?
Was it following us?
You know about the orb, right?
Yeah, but they can't see it.
Okay, great. Just, I was like, the orb! The orb! Every time I seem to cast to see invisible items, I always see it, and this is getting ridiculous now.
And it's on top of Thumb?
It usually lands on top of him.
So whoever is casting this knows who Thumb is?
Well, they probably know who all of us are.
But why is it always above Thumb?
I can't remember. Has
It's
it?
the other thumb from the Underdark.
I'm on the
That
prowl.
thumb has learned how to cast scrying. Yeah, right.
Oh God, he's
Thumb
from.
always knows where any other thumb is. They just don't attack unless
You
they're
can
within the
roll
distance.
me. Either of you can roll me a flat intelligence check.
We're both charisma people, aren't we?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
You bitch.
Yeah, at least
See if you can work it out.
Okay,
So
ability check. Okay,
Okay, that's solid.
My
That's solid.
sword.
it's pretty
I
good.
didn't roll.
Got a sword.
Did roll.
0 intelligence.
Oh.
Ah.
Oh,
No.
Oh.
Estella, you're just like, why thumb? Why thumb? That's
Yeah.
really weirdly specific. That's thumb. Just so
I got
you're,
thumb.
as you're kind of speaking it out loud, you're kind of putting the pieces together. It's very likely that whoever is scrying on you, likely knows that Thumb's harboring one of the angels.
oh, that's what I thought.
You're probably keeping tabs on him. Either that, or they're using him as a centerpiece because he knows that they know that he travels with the party.
Whoever is watching us somehow knows that Thumb has the soul of an angel.
Oh.
Probably because it's always spying on us.
Mm. But even then, I don't even know how they would know that. Unless they found out when we did. Oh, no. Right. Well, Thumb, that necklace, protect it. Don't lose it. Hold tight of it. Wear it well.
He draws a cross over his chest.
Aww.
Good lad. Right, well, I'll stop knocking on your door randomly. If I do it again, I'm sorry. Good night,
It's
Stella.
okay. Okay, good night. Thanks for disappearing that one time.
Anytime.
Creek, are you doing anything this evening? Or are you just resting?
Probably resting. If there's a window, you might sit for a while, look out over wherever the fuck it is. Look at what from the angle he's at.
Stars?
Might try.
Planet?
Might probably sit there and probably carry on drawing for a while until he gets tired, I think.
The view from the ring is stunning. Just looking out and seeing these little specks of light on Sith of cities that are so gigantic when you're there and then are just nothing from up here.
I'm gonna say that the sheet he's drawing the now, He's got to draw out them, and then he's got to put tiny little like arrows to them and start writing like the names of the kids for the ones he thinks represent them.
Oh.
And then probably the same for like Daddy and maybe the party as well.
Very wholesome.
Picking out like unique little stars just to draw, just like
This one is Estella. This one is very small. It is Heliodor. This one's even smaller. This one is done.
Karek, roll me a perception check.
oh no, not again.
Oops. Did it again.
Oh. Oh, never mind.
Oh, plus 10
He
perception.
can't fail! He can't fail!
It's like that's when. No, it was mine. One of the things beforehand when we had the custom dice shit,
Mm.
and it was we had the sounds go for it. I put the sound at rolling a 10 because if I rolled a 10, I know I can hit anyone where just play armor.
So you're looking out at the stars, like in the gaps between Sif and the ring, and you swear that there's a kind of a portion of the stars that is black. Another planet.
Hmm?
You weren't even aware there were other planets in this solar system. But it seems like there's a whole other world just out there.
I'd say he's kind of he stares at it and then just head cocks. He just stares at it for a while,
Like
And
a
then draws it.
Labrador.
Yeah.
and then draws it, and then just puts next to it Daddy.
It's just a big black shape in the night.
Yeah, like Daddy.
Yeah. But that's all you can see. You can't see any details of this planet, but you can just make it out.
He's gonna hold on to that. He's probably gonna like ask either Heliodor and or Chorus about it the next day, I think.
The fuck is that? It's big. It's not shiny like everything else.
Yeah.
Why not shiny? Heliodor!
You just nix it.
Heliodor, there is a big black thing out in the sky. What is it? It does not shine like everything else. Okay, I will
Damn,
see
how
you
much
tomorrow. Good night.
I was okay. Good night.
Deal with it.
I'll tell you in the morning.
He probably spends a bit of time like, what the fuck? Before he'll go to bed probably not too long after.
Okay.
Nice.
So if you haven't already, take a long rest.
Yay!
And you guys are
Pog.
heading off early in the morning. It is cold this morning. You can see your breath in front of you. Reminds you of the wintry, but with less snow. There's a layer of frost on the grass as you trudge through it and get into the carriage. Carriage is much warmer. It seems like it has had a little like heat lamp in there for a while to try and make it comfortable temperature. Chorus still sits outside to make to navigate the carriage, and so does the pack member that seems to have been staying on the back of the car since last night. He has not moved.
Chorus,
Yes, my lord.
the pack member on the back of the carriage.
Yes, my lord.
Is he attached to the back of the carriage, or can he move?
He was with me at the World Walk, my lord.
So he can move.
He was stood next to Chorus at the World Walk.
Oh, pest. Well, he. Never mind. I know the.
They don't feel the cold, my lord. I wouldn't worry.
I know. It's terrifying. Okay. I'm gonna get in the carriage now. You were. Oh, Kiri, what was the thing you were asking me last night again? As he gets in.
He's gonna pull out the thing he was drawing. Elliot next and shows it all the stars and everything like that. You see that some of them are like labeled with names written down, but you probably won't be able, unless you can read Sylvan, you probably won't be able to read the names. So
Sucks to not read Sylvan.
Yeah.
I can.
I think.
I can't.
Yeah, it's only Heliodor.
It's just me.
Sucks to suck.
Oh,
I do think I feel just trying to order from
sorry.
flowers.
You still want your magic items?
What?
You want
Sorry?
to give that out as my throwback?
You can take it from my cold dead hands.
I hate
You
this
know she's an
party.
ankle biter.
Oh my god!
She's like a little Jack Russell.
Heliodor,
What do I know about?
He's gonna point out this, and he just point out this big black circle on it, and it's like, I seen big thing in sky. Look a lot closer than that. It's not shiny,
All right.
like stars.
DM, what do I know about it?
So, you're a mountain dwarf.
Aye.
You spend an awful lot of time underground. You do not have a massive knowledge of astronomy. However, I will let you make a history check at disadvantage. Estella, make a history check at advantage, please.
Oh, motherfucker.
What about me?
You're used to seeing
You're
the
from
sky
Dreamland.
of Sith. This is a whole different fucking ballpark.
Why is Estella get advantage? Good advantage.
Fuck me.
Okay, Heliodor.
Oh,
It just looks like
wow.
a dark circle. You're like,
That's,
Uh,
that's a big blob. You should.
DM, didn't you let me roll?
You should be
Careful.
scared of that.
No, don't be scared of it. Don't be scared of the news.
Estella, you're kind of peeking over because they're talking about stars, and your uncle taught you to read the stars.
Oh, that's fine.
Uh,
I was like, this favoritism, it needs to stop right here.
You have read so much on astrology because it was something that you were interested in, and your mother was always excited to see you excited about things, so she provided you with books on the solar system and sort of these sorts of matters. Looking at it and looking at the positioning amongst the stars that it's in, that is very likely Valia, which is one of the other planets in this solar system.
Estella's kind of just gonna peek over and hear what Heliodor's saying about like, it's just, I don't know, it's a black orb. They're just gonna
It's
like,
the biggest crying I known to mankind.
they're just gonna point at the picture like to Karuk and just go, "That's Valia."
Who's Valia?
Valium?
Valia spells it out.
VAALIA.
Again, who's Valia?
It's a planet.
Estella with a
Ooh.
25. You know what people on Sif know about Valia is that it is incredibly uninhabitable. It is usually in the sky when it is not, you know, shaded from the sun and moon's light. It is usually kind of a pink-purple colour in the sky. And people have spoken about it in kind of vague terms. There's myths that it is the home of all titans. Not the titans that built the world, but giants so vastly large that are made of magic and live on this distant planet that cannot be ever lived upon by any other mortal life. They are just sort of these entities that people have come up with. They're vast creatures. Not much is detailed on it, but you know about these kind of myths about Valia and the creatures that live upon it.
Yeah, they're gonna relay that. You can't live in it, and it's not like, you know, titans that everyone else here knows. It's weird magic stuff.
I like red magic stuff.
I don't think we can ever go to it.
Ah, fuck nuggets. Alright.
Unless you suddenly figure out how to become an astronaut, I don't think you're going to Valia anytime soon.
I
Are
can
there
do
people-
it. I'm an artificer. I can do it.
Oh god, with your rolls as well, you could.
Don't invent a spaceship in my fucking campaign.
No, it's not gonna be.
Going,
Do it,
gonna
do it,
piss
do
on the
it.
moon. I'm gonna piss on the moon.
I'm going to the one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism.
Space!
Fucking hate this campaign.
Estella.
I'm gonna make.
Oh, I'm sweating. Oh god.
I'm not gonna make a spaceship. I'm gonna make a starboat.
Oh, it's
Gonna
gonna be
be great.
Spelljammer, is it? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Estella,
great.
with a 25, there are other planets in the
Okay.
solar system, and there is also a moon that can only be seen from the ring. You haven't
Ooh.
seen it yet. It is called
It is an elusive moon.
Chauvis, which is Chaovis.
I missed that. What?
I will put it in chat for you.
Thank you.
A small moon, barely kind of a clump of rock. It's a reflective lump of rock that orbits the far outer edge of the halo. So it can only be seen from the halo.
Do I know how many planets are in the solar system?
4.
Okay.
Oh shit.
So you have Sif, you have Morleave, which is the ring, which classifies as a planet, as it is an inhabited lump of rock in space. You have Valia, and you have Drore, which is Drore. And Drore is
Where have I seen that
barely a
mentioned before?
planet. It is it's got a core, like almost like a what they call like a white dwarf in the center of it, and it is just like orbiting pieces of planet around it. You can see its core from the outside, but it's just sort of these lumps that are constantly floating around this center star almost.
Okay, no, I want to go there.
I think as soon as this conversation started, Estella starts going, okay, I'm gonna go on a rant.
This is my special interest. You've activated my trap card.
Are we in the back of the carriage while this happens?
Yeah, you're making travel.
Nice.
So Stella's like talking to you about space and astronomy and all sorts.
This is
of
the most I've ever spoken to you.
Yeah.
Theodore's making notes like this is grand. He's like, oh my god.
really
Theodore-
interesting.
Like, yeah, just notice gonna have like the whole face in her hands, just listening to Stella go off about their special interest and being like,
Listening.
yeah,
Listening.
just being really
Watching.
interested. It's like,
If
this
you
is
show
our
that you're
kids.
interested, they become more excited.
Yeah, it's like, go on. I want to hear everything.
okay.
Oh
Bless
damn. Little cotton socks.
Door.
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 That's where the
Oh
gate-
my god.
Wow, thanks.
Wow.
Oh my god!
Heliodor.
That was a text.
Heliodor and Karik, you realise that as Estella's talking, because of the conversation you had yesterday about the wall being cut off around the university, around the Citadel, there is a very high likelihood that you'll see all of these planets if you look down.
Oh, we can see them. We can see them. Estella, we can go see them.
Go see the
No,
planets.
I wanna do that.
We can go do that, and we can. Oh, I'm sure there are some things
Would I
we
be
can
allowed
get.
to draw them?
Aye, of course. I'm sure we'd be able
Yeah.
to request some equipment as well. Maybe some simple equipment to have a look.
Okay.
Got us. You know, like knocks on like.
Bang, bang,
I
bang, bang.
assume there's like a little
There's a
window
little
we
window,
can flip
yeah.
open. Just got us. Got us.
Turns around and pushes the window down. Yes, my lord.
Hello. We would like to request some equipment for when we're at the Citadel, to view the planets.
Oh, a telescope.
Aye. Any other equipment that might be useful as well.
There is an observatory at the university. If that's something you'd be interested in looking at.
Aye.
Yeah.
Perfect. That'd be grand.
Stella's shaking in the seat like, yes, let's go.
We also need pastries there as well.
Yeah! Oh my god, this is the best day ever.
Stella's like stimming aggressively.
So he tells you that you are perfectly welcome to hire any equipment that you want.
Thank you.
It's cheap. You'll be getting effectively a student discount while you are there.
Nice.
So it should only be like 5 silver a day for you to hire bits and bobs of equipment.
Fabulous.
The same as a student would while they are there. But he explains to you the observatory is a strange little kind of piece of equipment, of which has a spell that changes your gravity. And you can walk underneath the ring and look up and look at stars.
Oh, fuck.
We are definitely doing that.
We're doing that.
Oh my god, we're
Family
going
day
on
trip
holiday
out.
now.
What do you mean?
He wants to walk upside down.
You're.
Now
You see a cellar and they've got like vomit.
Oh my god, stop. They're like frothing at the mouth. They are having a time. But yeah, no, he explains that like if that's something you wanted to do, he'd be quite happy to assist in getting that organised for use.
Yes, please.
As he asks, how long are you planning on staying, my lord? I believe you have a week-long pass, though whether you use all of it is your prerogative.
When are we scheduled to see the general?
Tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning, right. We should be arriving today.
Yes.
Correct. Right. In which case, we'll do it in the afternoon.
After your meeting.
Aye.
And he nods. Do come find me or one of my brothers, and we will assist with whatever you need.
We can just call you, can't we? I remember from last day we can just call for
And
your
someone
name.
will come. Yes.
Yeah, aye. Right. If we wanted to find you specifically, how would we do that?
He opens his coat and kind of looks in it for a moment and looks at you and says, 39.
Right. Thank you.
He smiles and nods and gets back to driving.
Closes the window and turns around. That was such a good moment that it got ruined by a fucking number. Fucking. Damn. But we're gonna walk on the underside of of the ring and look at planets.
Yeah.
Whack.
We're gonna do it tomorrow after talking to the scary silver man.
Oh.
I think we might need some kind of respite after something like that.
Okay. The rest of your travel is peaceful. It starts to get a bit rocky at one point, and Chorus informs you of turbulence, but it seems to be mostly sort of like, it just seems like the path gets a little rocky for a moment, before it sounds like you've hit kind of a stone path, something that has been built rather than the dirt paths that you've been traveling on. You come to kind of an abrupt stop, and Chorus gets off the front of the car and opens it up to you. You each step out, and you are met with this campus of white buildings with blue roofs. The Citadel sits on the edge of the ring. So whereas most of the edges are walled off with giant stone structures to prevent these accidental falls into the ether, the edges of the university campus seem to fall off into nothingness, displaying the true vastness of the space underneath. I'm going to move you to this map.
Whoa! Whoa!
Whoa.
Oh, Mayor's not here. Rip.
That
Stars
is
hidden to the citizens of Sif glitter beyond the vastness of space. walled off only by these railings of carved stone and the shimmer of magic that stretches 30 feet or something up from each one, which is a sort of a protective barrier, it seems, to prevent any accidents. The buildings are all pristine, this campus of white walls and blue tiled roofs, with a canal that streams through its centre. Students bustle from class to class, a variety of ages and species, each dressed in spellcaster garbs and carrying bags of books and staves and all sorts of kind of magical equipment. The water of the canal seems to be rushing off of the edge of the ring and into space, seemingly into nothingness. At this time of day, the campus is truly alive with activity and energy. You can practically taste the magic in the air, like a fizzle on the tip of your tongue. Dotted around the campus are various pack soldiers. They stand out quite intensely, each dressed in identical ivory steel plate, faces covered with these chain-laden helmets. The students pass by them as if they're not even there, statuesque in stance as they watch dutifully from their positions across the university grounds. Chorus kind of turns to you and does a bit of a gesture. Welcome to the Citadel. Would you like me to escort you to your quarters, or...?
That would be appreciated. Yes, please.
I want to look around.
What time of day is it?
It's about 7 in the evening.
7 in the evening, okay.
This is serving Colour of Magic cunt right now. Oh my god.
Nice.
Okay, we can see a tourist and a little wizard somewhere.
You can see a
You need to run around.
A wizard.
A wizard.
Would you like to do Would you like to do a mini tour now, or would you like to do a full tour tomorrow after the observatory?
I got excited. I want to look around.
Look, this is their day, and tomorrow is their day. We give them what they want.
I can take you on a tour if you're interested. You'll have to excuse the students. They're moving to their last classes of the day.
Aye, let's go on a tour.
Okay, so you're going on a tour. So you follow Chorus as he makes his
God, I
way.
have to control my character now? Oh my god.
I cannot.
I have to do everything myself.
You see another Chorus.
Oh, hi, Chorus. Hi, Chorus.
Estella is so excited I can't even move them.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Ownership. Owner, save changes. You should be able to move them.
Wait,
There they go.
There you go.
There you go. Okay.
Is it because you were... There you go. Okay.
Stuck to you.
So you see another Chorus, and the other Chorus waves as you say hello, and kind of
Hi.
bows. And your Chorus, I think I called him 36.
Yeah,
39.
39.
39.
Oh no.
God, I'm getting
Note
confused.
takers.
I'm gonna have to label them. So 39 waves to this other Chorus, and he comes over, and they kind of begin talking amongst themselves briefly. And he says, if you could carry their bags from the cart to their quarters, that'd be great.
Stella's there staring wide-eyed like I thought they were gonna fight like a thumb.
Important to make a bigger Chorus.
Traumatized from Thumb absorbing the other.
The other copy kind of nods, and he says, I will be... If you give permission, I'm quite happy to move your belongings into your quarters on your behalf.
I give my permission, thank you.
I'm holding on to my stuff.
It's quite alright. He looks at
Krieg.
Krieg.
Krieg's carrying his bag now.
I can take that
I
from
can
you
take
if you'd like.
No, I can take it myself, but thank you for offering.
And Dressera?
I mean, most of our stuff's in the bag of holding anyway, so she's all good.
Yeah, I'm just thinking that this stuff is like a violin, and I'm like, I'm keeping this. So
Yeah. Kind of need it.
And he nods and kind of scuttles off to go and collect your things. 39 turns to you. This is the residential quarters. This is mostly student accommodation. However, there is a section that is garnered off for guests of the Citadel. There are not specific rooms for those guests of the General. You will have to forgive us for such indecency.
It's not indecent, you're fine. We've lived in far worse.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
It's fine. It's quite nice, actually.
Aye. Sleeping rough makes you appreciate the finer things.
I just appreciated it anyway.
There.
You, he kind of pulls a bit of a face, but it's very subtle. He's like, of course, we will...
Insight check.
if you want.
He's sus. He's not actually. I'm just. I'm gonna do it anyway. Now that I said it. Now I've got -1, so it doesn't really matter, does it? It doesn't really matter. Why does it matter? Why do I even bother in this game?
This is.
What is the point?
He is incredibly hard to read. It's incredibly hard to read.
You hit real good.
Oh, I hit real good and I persuade. Anyway.
You can't seem to read him. And it's not for the fact that, like, you're not trying hard enough. It's that he is pretty weirdly stone-faced. In that he's just kind of got this permanent smile no matter what you're saying. Very calm demeanor all the time. It's very hard to garner anything out of that. This perfect mask isn't slipping anytime soon.
Hey, 39, do you do anything for fun?
He kind of looks at you. No, my lord.
Why not?
I read, if that is a pastime, a hobby.
That's like for your personal, like for like the story because you enjoy it, or like because you've got like work to do and it's like work schedules and shit.
It's part of my schedule.
Oh.
You have scheduled reading time.
Yes.
Did you
Nice.
read the story of the little sapling when... The little sapling?
I believe I know that one, though I don't believe I've read it.
You should read it.
I will put it on my reading list, my lady.
I mean,
love that
only
reading
you
list.
don't have to do that. It's
I
your own
appreciate
prerogative.
recommendations.
Okay. Just your choice. It's like slowly trying to be like, I'm not gonna make you do anything. For independence.
He
You're a
begins
grown
to
lad
kind of
now
lead
of
you off.
12.
Bastard. Sorry.
Oh. He just smacked Chorus as he walks by.
The party.
Begins to lead you off.
The cliff.
Off the cliff. You pass under this sort
Ah!
of little awning.
There wasn't a wall.
The rush of water underneath you isn't deafening, it's sort of like a background noise. It's almost as if there is some level of magic that is controlling the water in the sound that it's making and where it's going. Everything here has an air of arcane about it, and it's a little unnerving, but it is beautiful.
Where does the water come from?
Natural resources mostly, however, he kind of looks at you. We have production using magic.
Magic? You magically produce water?
Yes. Creation of water is quite a low-level spell, if I do recall.
But it just turns out to be thrown over the edge.
Yes.
Have you ever wondered where it goes?
Personally, no.
Did you
see.
hypothesize?
I would hypothesize. He kind of looks over the edge at the water that turns almost like to mist as it reaches a certain point. it evaporates.
Wait. In space.
Magic.
Ah,
Oh.
right. Sorry, I just got very confused because from what I know of space, it's just very cold and doesn't. Anyway, cool. I work with I'm a mechanic. I'm not a.
How do the water go?
How do water go?
Where'd it go? What did it do after?
I'm a mechanic and an engineer. I'm not.
I'm a plant.
I'm not a space science guy. That's true, you know.
I care about the water.
You do care about the water, or you don't?
I do.
You do. Oh, good. Well, I mean,
I
maybe.
would die.
So would I. But maybe
I
they
would die a lot
collect-
quicker.
Don't do that.
Dressera,
Oh.
make me a nature check.
Okay. Oh, you're trying to get into my good books again,
Oh.
darling.
There's a
Am I?
flamingo.
Yes, you are. Pussy.
So you.
It's been a long week.
It's been a long week. Everything about this place is unnatural.
Oh.
Everything.
Oh,
The man-made structures, the fact that there is sort of this infinite production of water that is being wasted.
Yeah.
Something doesn't sit right. Like, this is not how nature should be preserved, not how it should be. It is. This is all, again, very alien to you. You kind of got the same feeling in the World Warp. Cities were never comfortable. The way that you've seen trees being chopped down and used, and the fact that everything is built out of nature and nothing is ever given back. This is the combination of that.
Capitalism.
Yeah.
It all comes down to that. Every D&D game.
Look, we're not even safe from it in space.
Yeah.
No, capitalism is in space.
It's worse in space than it is on the planet.
Yeah. Return to monkey.
Return to monkey. Chorus gestures to you this large building in front of you, and tells you that this is the Fortuna Library.
Before we do anything, can I, with that nature check,
Yeah,
can I look at the plants
you
and
can.
see whether they are real or just sort of magically?
Say with a 23. If you think it's magical, I need you to make an Arcana check. But I'll let you make it at advantage because this is to do with nature.
Okay.
And you are a plant.
Okay. Don't remind me. Oh.
So you're you're looking at it.
actually help out?
If you want to help, yeah. But she already had advantage, so it doesn't make it any different.
Unless
You can
wanna check
roll
as well.
on. You can also roll if you want.
I want to roll an
Arcana.
Yeah.
Arcana.
I kind of want to roll.
If
Everybody
Dressera, are you
roll.
pointing it out?
Yeah, she's obviously
Staring
uncomfortable
at
about it.
people. Yeah.
You know, Sif is so yes. What? Oh yeah, okay, great, it didn't change. Because obviously she's grown up in jungles, and Sif is so full of plants and life, and this just feels really like
Incorrect.
you know when you stay inside for too long under white lights
Yeah.
and you forget we forgot the taste of breads, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that Estella would probably want to know because the whole the air feels magical and they're like, I see that they're staring at these plants.
Heliodor, everything here is magic. It just looks like plants. You're like, well, yeah,
Magic plants.
it's just plants.
Just plants.
Karich and Stella. They're not real. Estella, you kind of move to touch one of them. Your hand passes through it.
Oh, they're really not real.
I was about to say, Dutch.
They are illusions.
No oxygen.
The illusion of life.
Dying.
The illusion of nature.
They kind of like look to Dracera, seeing them look at these plants, and just pass their hand through it, and it just goes right through, and they're like, very not real.
Kind of the image of it ripples as your hand passes through it.
Like a hologram.
Dracera stares, and she doesn't say anything. She just looks sort of a mix of uncomfortable and disturbed. Why would they need to make these illusions? Why, just to make things look nice? Everything has been made to look nice. When they could have just done that in the first place.
It could be something to do with it being in space. Maybe they can't have these plants really in space.
Cold.
But there are other ways.
You got to
just
maintain
seems-
them. You have to get somebody to maintain them. You have to make sure they don't die from disease.
I mean,
Infect the rest of the ring.
but it just
I can
feels
understand why they've done it.
uncomfortable. It's
Oh,
like
it's
part of me is cut off.
that's fair.
I don't know why it makes me feel so uncomfortable, but it does.
Heliodot, like just kind of like deadpan looks at you and kind of gestures at you and goes, "I wondered why Plant Lady is uncomfortable about the fake plants that aren't real. It's completely understandable that this isn't fun. They're not. It's impressive, but it's not great."
Seems
I mean,
like everything is made here for convenience rather than effort.
I mean, yeah, I was about to say, like, even the water doesn't feel that real. It's just...
It's magic. It's
Yeah.
conjured. Whether
Everything
or not it
here is
classifies as real because it has been conjured is a whole different theory, you know?
Is it a game theory?
Fuck's sake.
I'm
Chorus
just full
is
of
just
the silly
sort of
ha-has.
waiting quietly as you discuss.
Well, shall we continue the tour, everybody?
Yes, I would like to move on.
Stella's kind of... Wait. Stella's gonna kind of
Elaborate.
hold, like, pat Dracera's shoulder and hold out a hand. Like, wanna hold hands?
I would. Thank you.
Lib.
They're just gonna hold their
Gotcha.
hand because they can feel that they're uneasy. So
Dracera, as you take Estella's hand, you feel this kind of like buzz of warmth up your arm. Dracera, not Dracera, Estella, you feel it as well. And something in the back of your head, Stella, is almost like a comfort of home, of the jungles of Obris.
Dracera's making me feel like she's my home.
The
No.
mother of jungles is comforting you where there is none.
And I'm pushing that onto Dracera.
Ah,
We're sharing it.
Yeah.
We're sharing it. We're in this together.
And at the back, there's just a literal caveman that is
Yeah.
on the stage.
Can't sleep. Can't eat.
So you
Hater aid. Sorry. Anyway.
Chorus explains to you that's the library. It's the Fortuna library. It has this is where letters are often sent as well on the
Ooh.
ring. So there is effectively the exchange is in here. It is open to all students. It is 24-hour, and you are welcome to have a look inside. You, however, as guests, considering you are leaving, cannot take any books out on lend. You must kind of keep them within the library walls.
fair enough.
But he says you're welcome to have a read. You're welcome to stay in there as long as you like. Just please do not take any of the books with you when you leave.
Delightful.
stealing.
Do they have any?
No.
A little bit of crime.
No.
The secret ingredient is
A little
crime.
bit of crime.
Chorus,
That's what they get for not having real
Yes, my
plants.
do they have any books that are written in Sylvan?
There are a few, yes.
Okay.
There are sections written in different languages for those who speak different tongues.
Nice.
You just
We
know
have a variety of students here.
He doesn't want to say, I can't speak Selran. I can't read Selran.
I know on the map it has birds on it, but are there any animals here?
Flamingos.
Yeah, there are these large pink
Flamingos.
birds that are flying overhead.
Okay.
They almost like, rather than flamingos, I'd say they look almost like owls, like pink owls, with
Oh, that's
like
so cute.
blue faces, almost like a barn owl, but with a blue face and a blue tinted
Aw.
beak. And there's quite a few of them, and they're kind of just flocking around and sitting on roofs.
Are these your equivalent of pigeons?
I would assume so, my lord.
Are they
quite a-
pests or are they meant to be here?
They're a
Wow.
common animal here. We have no trouble with them, usually.
Fair.
Occasionally
very
we have
pretty.
to root out some of their nests, as they tend to... There tends to be quite a few of them, and they can become pests, but we do our
Why
best
would
to-
you want to root out their nest?
Too many can be an interruption to the students.
Then make space for them.
They are not welcome here, for the most part.
Why?
This is not a place for wild animals, my lady.
But this is also their home.
He seems confused, as if he doesn't quite know how to respond to you. This is far from their home. Their homes are on the outskirts of the Citadel.
So they've flown all the way out here?
I suppose so.
Why do you think that is?
He seems, again, confused.
Well, these plants aren't real. Is this the same all around the Citadel?
Yes, my lady.
Well, maybe they only come here because this is the only place they can really get food.
And kind of looks around. Possibly so.
I'm sorry I keep questioning everything. It's just
It's quite alright, my lady.
I come from a very different place. And it's strange not to live amongst animals and real plants, if you understand.
No offense, my lady, but you do come from Sif.
How is that offensive?
He kind of pulls a face. The people of the Ring of Morleave often...
Chorus. Be careful.
He kind of stops for a moment. There is a stigma towards those who live on Sif. A social difference in people.
I don't understand.
He looks at Heliodor.
You know how we had to get special clothes for coming up here?
Yes, well, we had to do that when we went to the city of Violet Gold.
Mm-hmm. It's like that, but they're snootier.
But I don't understand what makes us different.
Nothing. That's the point. Nothing is different, so they've created a difference to feel better about themselves.
Oh. Yeah, I've seen that on a on a smaller scale. I just didn't realize it would encapsulate an entire area.
I know, right?
Chorus looks uncomfortable, but says nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Now you get to be the uncomfortable one.
Fuck you.
you stopped him from making other people uncomfortable to make him uncomfortable. Chorus, what would you say? You're a snooty ass.
It's when you get a Tory that makes their way into a Labour pub.
Yeah. He kind of bows quite deeply to Dracera. I apologize for my lack of eloquence, my lady. I'm not accustomed to having conversations such as this.
Fine, you are 12.
But you know, we're here all the same. We didn't have to be here. We fought to be here. And we're trying to help you, regardless of whether you look down on us or not, physically or socially.
I do not look down on you, my lady.
Thank you. I'm just a little bit more concerned about our presence here.
He simply smiles. It seems like he doesn't really know how else to address that. And possibly... roll me an insight check.
Oh yeah, baby! -1! Let's
yeah,
go!
all of you can roll insight if you'd like.
Yeah, thank you!
You're all part of this
Thank you so
conversation.
much. Yeah! We're learning today! Okay, everyone. Okay.
Okay, Dracera, Heliodor, and Karek, you all like looking at him, and he's just like, that was uncomfy. And then Estella, there's the same look on his face. He's smiling, but there's something else. The same as the chorus on that was trailing around with you in the World Warp. The same look. It's, if I say something, I'm going to get in trouble.
Okay.
I think
Estella's gonna keep that to themselves. They know.
Damn.
They're just kind of like, okay.
It's like, if I have an opinion, things aren't going to go well for me. I'm defective, yeah.
Now we can take the tour.
Yeah, I think we should go.
He's already been tracing along the line of defective by saying that he doesn't think... he thinks of you as equals. And he's already told you that. He said, I don't think any less of you. And that's an opinion. And he's already, he's quite stiff. Because this is kind of conversation he's not meant to have.
This is a fantastic tour.
I'm glad you're enjoying it.
It's going really well.
It's glorious.
He
Next
kind
on
of
the
turns
agenda.
on his heel and begins to continue the tour. He gestures to this building in front of him.
Fuck me.
Says this
Honestly...
is one of the lecture halls, usually where the general spends his time.
Is this the one that Heliodor has done lectures in?
Yes.
Yay! I remember this building.
It seems to have been done up quite a bit since you were here. It's changed.
Of course I do updates while I'm away. Great.
Can I ask Heliodor what would you teach these students? I know it's mechanic stuff, but what specifically?
Specifically, it was kind of base theory on creating things like Mare and Chronometa. It's the base understanding of what I do, and showing vague schematics, magical connections, how to harness magic out of seemingly mundane objects, how to use them as conduits, things like that. For instance, Mare has a very large running crystal, which is what kind of fuels the magic, but there are several other crystals that are used to split and channel the magic across the body. So it is kind of, I come along, explain those kind of theories, how they can be used. I've never taught them how to make a construct. I told them about the theory of it when I didn't actually have Mare. I came here before I'd made mayor. I've been back a couple times, but
Have you brought one of your creations with you, Master?
I have. Kilometer.
Chorus kind of leans in. How quaint.
Isn't he just? Off you go. And Kilometer will go back in. I have more, but that one is the most easily accessible.
I understand. Thank you for letting me know.
A pleasure.
He turns again and begins to lead you off up this direction.
Heliodor, when's the last time you came here?
DM 5 years ago.
Yeah,
the
too long ago. Not
too long. It's not been long. Yeah, about 5 years.
The first time was a long time ago.
First time was a long time. I was in my 20s, 30s.
Yeah, young.
I was very young.
And after that, you thought of never coming back.
Where? What?
Here.
Oh no,
Times.
I've come and lectured several times,
Okay.
and mainly the resources up here, they're insane. I have the access to the library has been some of the most helpful shit I've ever had, and the general has several times asked for things, and I've refused. So that's kind of my last resort bargaining chip.
Okay.
Is making him a schematic or making something for him if that's what he wants, but that's a last option. Heliodor is making sure he says this out of earshot of Chorus.
Quietly, yeah.
Yeah.
Roll me a stealth check.
Oh. You can sign it to them.
Oh
You can
yeah,
sign it.
I'll use.
But I don't know if he knows sign.
I know palms. Yeah. Oh.
Okay.
No.
It's very unlikely they know palms, at least from your knowledge, Heliodor. So if you want to sign that to them and just kind of explain that to them and sign.
Heliodor, do that.
Chorus seems more focused forward, almost as if that conversation made him uncomfortable. And he stands on the by the edge of one of these banisters and kind of gestures out to this structure that seems to be on a rock that is floating slightly away from the ring itself, connected by this small sort of stone pathway. You see these two rings and a platform with a kind of a large glass dome underneath it. On the underside of this giant sort of structure, and he tells you this is the observatory.
Oh, fabulous!
So when the sigils are activated, it flips. So the internal section flips inside out. Your gravity is shifted with the magic that comes with it, and you are stood inside the glass dome, so you are protected from the elements. But you are welcome to view the stars from there when you are ready to.
Fantastic.
See Selena's face.
Selena, do you want... no, sorry. Estella.
Yes, I do.
Estella, do you want to go now?
We can wait for tomorrow.
I don't think you can wait until tomorrow.
I'm trying.
He's pointing at it. He's just pointing.
Yeah, I know. I really want to go.
Anticipation is everything.
It is late in the evening, but that shouldn't interrupt you being able to stargaze. If anything, it might make it easier.
Better. Make it better.
You wanna...
Look, I think Estella might explode if we don't do this today.
Chorus,
Maybe.
could we please go to the observatory?
He smiles. He's like, "Of course," and begins to kind of make his way across this little pathway.
Estella, after you.
Bye.
Oh my. Oh, that path is awful.
The path is thin, and you look down either side and just see the void, and it is scary. But you are able to make your way across with some trouble.
A feat of engineering, glorious.
I didn't like that walk.
Karik's like, his legs are wobbling and he's like holding each side as he walks.
You also notice that it's possibly also the boots adding to it because he's not used to wearing shoes.
He's like walking like a cat with tape on him.
He's got that many eyes he can't not look down.
Shrek, I'm looking down!
Shrek, I'm looking down!
So, okay. Chorus sort of bows his head, he frowns a little bit and says, "My apologies, I'm unfortunately not gifted in magic and unable to use the observatory myself." However, gestures to the pack member next to him.
Of course.
Simply stand in the centre. If you'd like, I can go and retrieve a telescope for you.
Oh, aye, that'd be very useful. Yes, please.
So he skitters off. I'm not going to move him across the map and then back.
Yeah.
But he skitters off and comes back with this sort of a brass and ivory coloured telescope. It's a
Pretty.
beautiful piece of equipment, and passes it over to you, Estella, because you are buzzing.
Very good. Very good. Right, shall we get on the pad?
Okay.
Go on, Estella.
Okay.
Thumb is kind of dragging you forward as well, because also desperately wants to be on it. It's a large structure. You're looking at maybe 20 feet by 20 feet, and then maybe about 20 feet up as well, of these large stone rings. You've watched the pack member who has stood next to Chorus lift his hands. He says nothing. Does nothing. There's just his hands up, and this green light begins to light up on each segment of stone. A rune engraved in each one lights up one by one, and the stone begins to shift and rotate. And they begin to kind of swirl around each other, digging into the floor underneath you. As the world begins to shift and you are rotated 180 degrees until the stone path you were stood on is now the underside of it. There's kind of a rocky underface, and you are stood in a glass dome. There's this pressure that seems to be keeping you in place. You look up, and there is just stars everywhere.
Okay.
It is this
Estella,
beautiful
find the planets.
scape of colour and light. You see sort of this pinkish, yellowy hue of a nebula that is sort of half engraved into the blackness above you. So many thousands and thousands of stars. All of you make a perception check, Estella, at advantage as you are using the equipment.
I'm gonna help Dracera.
She needs it.
2 minus, bitches!
Damn.
Okay.
Together we make a
Just the two of us. We can't see it if we try. Just the two of us.
Now
You
that
and
you're now that you're underneath, all the light that was projected on top of the ring that's cast light from Talos, the star, the sun in this system, is shrouded. You are on the dark side of the moon, effectively, and looking out into nothingness.
Oh, it's fucking chilly.
Estella, you're kind of looking through this telescope. You're trying to figure out how to use it. This is a whole
Wait,
new
I'll hold
thing.
Heliodor will help. Be like, no, you need to put the feet out first. Wait, okay, clip it out, and then you put that bit on there.
I just want to use it.
Okay, hold on, hand me that. And Heliodor just puts it up. Right. What do you want to look at?
Everything.
Okay. this can look at like certain bits at a time. So, where's Valerie? What's the name? Valor. Valia.
Valia.
Valium. Yes.
We're
So,
gonna make that check after our break. We're gonna go on break first.
Nice.
I need a Waz. So bad I've been holding it.
So we're gonna go on break. We'll be back in 10-15 minutes. See you in a wee bit.
Later.
Cyanide.
Hi there, welcome back. Okay, so we left off with Heliodor asking Estella if they can point out Valia. With that perception check, you're struggling to find it. At advantage, they rolled a 13, so they are struggling to kind of like, they're still getting used to the equipment, kind of like, yeah. They're also a bit overwhelmed with being able to see everything as it is.
Yep.
So you're not looking at anything specific. Karee, you're looking out into the dark, and everything's a lot clearer now that there's no light pollution here. You're now looking out into space as it is, and it is just so vast. It just keeps going. You feel very small. Really small, like, in comparison to all of that. The sky is massive.
Just a small bee.
We really are just not even grains of sand in this, are we?
I know, right?
He
Isn't it
literally
mad
looks
we
like he
exist?
is.
Mind
That's
getting
it, he's-
blown.
Yeah, it's like he is simultaneously completely enthralled, but at the same time completely overwhelmed by just seeing the vastness of everything ahead of him, because he's only ever really known the jungles. He's seen the stars. He's seen them so many nights out, just looking at the sky. But he never thought it was like this, if that makes sense. So he's literally just stood there, it's like the mouth kind of hanging open about, just
Staring up.
Heliodor kind of like sidesteps over and takes Kareek's hand, because it's great, isn't it? Knowing that you are that one grain of sand.
terrifying.
But also delightful. You exist in this, and kind of gestures to it and goes, "You're a part of this. This whole gigantic engine that moves and shapes, and is so full of color."
Are there others?
Others?
Like planets like ours?
There's 4.
People? And
We don't know about-
like us?
We don't know about people, but I mean, Estella can tell you more. Estella?
Well, then we're gonna be talking about solar systems and universes. It can go even further beyond, and
Stella,
we don't
'cause
even know
this
what's
is your
down there.
hyperfixation.
Yeah.
You've read a few things dotted around that your dad has sent back to you on multiverse theory.
Yeah.
The concept
Are
that
you
there are
not
worlds
strange?
like this, so far beyond in outer space, where people live their lives and exist and are sentient, the same way that planes exist. And there are worlds out there beyond your sight. Some of those stars could be planets. You never know.
Yeah.
Just
Some of them
Sarah.
shimmer in different colors.
Just Sarah.
Hello?
Make me a sanity check.
Oh my
Just go
god! Literally,
Oh no.
you have.
Can I use my
so-
advantage?
You can use your
Ooh.
inspiration if you'd like to.
Please.
Nice.
Okay, so you're looking up. All you see is the astral sea. And it is just this fucking emptiness. You feel almost for a moment that everything's crashing down on top of you. It's crushing. This blackness is crushing. It's far too familiar. Looking out at all these stars. And for a moment it almost feels like you're back there. You're back in this sort of dream space. You're seeing that door slowly opening. You're feeling hands on you that aren't there. And you're feeling people trying to drag you in. Creatures, something, the waiting dark, something in the dark. You take a breath, and exhale, kind of look out, and the vast blackness almost recedes, and you are met with vibrant colour. And this isn't the Astral Sea. This isn't the nothingness, the void, the abyss. This is your plane of existence. This is the material plane as it is, and it is beautiful. And you're drawn back out of that almost spiraling panic for a split second, and back to reality. You're now stood back in your feet. You're not stood in this reflective space. And you're present again. For a moment you weren't, but you're back.
I think she takes another slow breath in and exhales, and then starts getting down onto the ground to just lie down and look up in silence.
Yeah, she knows what's up.
Yeah, straight vibing.
What is the
Okay.
cat doing?
Right.
What's the dog doing?
Let's try locating any of the planets. And Heliodor just starts like scanning the sky, looking for one of the planets to look at.
Because you're looking for something specific, roll an investigation check. Karich,
Valia, I mean.
you're looking specifically for Valia, are you? I'd say with your...
It's more of a... Does he see it in just his general scope? Like, because he knows the rough direction where he's seen it the night beforehand.
Oh,
That one, Heliodor, you see shit all. I'd say with the 22, you're kind of like trying to map where it would have moved to based on the rotation. And that's like, this is all new territory. You're like, star maps, that's a whole fucking thing. And you kind of trail your finger across the sky. And because it's like the colours are so vibrant, you see this purple shape. Get off.
I think to start with, he doesn't say anything. He just puts his hand up and like just points.
Valia.
That it?
oh.
Some call
Purple
it the home of magic.
Heliodor immediately
Oh boy,
starts
don't need a telescope.
setting up the telescope to look at it. Sets it up and goes, "Okay, try that."
You take a look through it. It is this deep purple coloured planet, with almost like these bright pink clouds that are above it, that are rotating around it. Think like Jupiter in terms of the kind of patterning upon it, in a more mystical hue. You don't see anything on it, clearly. It's a planet. It's very far away. But it's beautiful, and it is so detailed. It's a sight that you can't see on Sif because of the ring. Get off, you shit.
Fucking rich twats, taking everything away from us that they can.
Uh-huh.
Out of character.
Had to clarify.
The rage took everything from me, and now they're gonna take our guns.
God.
Estella,
Mm.
from knowing where that one is, can you find the other one? Drawer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Roll me a
what was-
perception check at advantage, please.
Nice.
The boy is eating your
I'm
dressing
aware.
gown, I think.
God, he's fucking going ham, mate.
That's,
Perception?
that's the shoelace on the
The
door.
shoelace.
Perception.
Okay.
Oh,
Or
cool.
investigation, I'll let you make either.
Oh, I
You kidding?
should have rolled investigation.
You almost don't hear Heliodor because you are staring at Valia. It's beautiful. You've never seen anything like this. Not even like documentation of it is this detail.
Isaac.
Bro, he's tripping.
I would say, like, at this like moment, like, if people are taking turns with the telescope, they are putting all of this down in their like notebook.
Nice.
Well, the planets they kind of move around. It might be like in a different part where I can't see it, so I don't really know where it is right now.
Right. Okay.
But this is so interesting.
Can I, like, from laying down, scan the sky?
Yeah, what are you looking for?
One of the other planets.
Go on then.
Go on.
Go on, you legend. What am I gonna roll?
Perception or investigation, I'll let you choose.
Oh, I wonder what I'm gonna choose.
Both are a -1, aren't they?
No.
Oh?
One's just a flat 0, baby.
Oh, nice.
Hey.
Isaac, I swear to God. This is
He
why I
ran
don't like
away
men.
real quick.
Okay. You're laying flat on your back and kind of you're giving off light. It's dark enough that you're glowing. Give me a hot minute.
For reference, the cat
it's
is going mad. Just ran into the door. Toby be pissed.
Distant
DM's
angry parent. You're looking up at the stars. And kind of squinting. You don't quite see the details the way a stellar is through like a magnifying glass, effectively. But you catch sight of this star. It looks like a star. It's quite big, but it seems to kind of keep flickering as if something is passing in front of it.
Can anyone else see the flickering star?
Point it out. Where is it?
It's just up that way. It's different to all the rest of them are sort of a static light, but this one is
Okay.
maybe something else.
Can you point the telescope at it and Heliodor will kind of like help you point
Yeah,
the telescope
Just
at
gonna
it.
get up and sort of try her best to line it up.
As you're looking through the telescope, you see this sort of bright white light, and these dark shapes that are moving quite rapidly around it. Looks like what has been described to you as Draw. It is
Estella.
very distant, however.
Estella, you gotta come see this.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. Stella, it seems to match up with your description. It is not quite as detailed as Valia. Valia is closer than Draw. Draw is further off on the outer edges of the solar system, of the ellipso system.
Okay. Oh,
Strange to
oh,
see a planet that is split up. Could it even be classified as a planet?
Don't have the Pluto debate again.
I was about to say Pluto is going off the solar system now. It's like fading away.
Same. Got Thanos snapped. Yeah, no, you can see it.
Oh. If only my uncle was here.
Oh.
I want to show this to him.
Maybe you can draw it for him?
Hmm?
I am drawing it. I'm writing all about this.
Well,
Who knows? Maybe you could go to university here.
don't. This is the
I thought
Eton.
about
I feel that whole conversation made me feel like I was at Oxford surrounded by all the Harrow kids. Like,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe. I can visit, but I don't think I could stay here.
Fair.
Estella, there's this sense of melancholy as you think about your uncle. You kind of move back from the telescope to hold your hand up the way he taught you to measure the stars between the edges of your fingers. And you're kind of mapping out where in the sky it is so that if you got hold of a star map, you could write it down. And you're seeing the constellations he'd point out to you. The constellations here are themed along with the gods and tales of the gods. There's a handful of myths that go along with them. You're the first and only one you see looking up from where you are stood currently, and where in the rotation you are, is Zoa's bow. This kind of long stretch of aligning stars in a curve, with a pulled back string and an arrow notched. And you can imagine the lines kind of joining them up. But it's one of the first constellations he pointed out to you. It's one of the few you can see from Seth.
And now I can see all the other ones?
Currently, you can't see any in the rotation that you're in.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna point that out to everyone else. And go, okay, my uncle showed me something about this. And they're gonna kind of like, whoever's closest to them, they kind of show where their fingers are lining so you can see what they're like pointing at and what they're measuring.
Damn.
So
That's
you can
cool.
follow the sky.
Yeah, I kind of know it like a map. If like he said like if I follow the stars in this certain way, I can find my way home.
That's impressive.
That's very cool.
Thank you. I'm so interested in this.
Well, we've taken you to the right place then.
Aye. But and Heliodor kind of like looks around. How long have we been here? It's probably getting late. We have an appointment in the morning.
A good like half hour now.
Okay, so it's like what, 7:30, 8-ish?
Yeah, 8-ish.
We can come back tomorrow.
Yeah, we can, and I
We
won't
can
mind
see
just.
we can see about getting a more powerful telescope as well.
You can try it. It is quite hard to see deeper into space.
We have magic.
I mean, Heliodor, you could always enhance the telescope.
Enhance!
Heliodor kind of like goes blank face and looks off into space like.
Oh no, I've done it now.
Wait, I can.
I could
If you cast it large on a telescope, does it make it more powerful?
Yes.
Oh, do it!
No.
Do it!
Yeah, because then the glass
The
will
lens
also
gets
become
bigger.
thicker.
Mm.
And it would all be in proportion, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm no physicist, but I think I'm pretty stupid. Not fucking brag, but you know. I don't want any physicists.
It works on a creature or an object, so you can
Basic
cast it
bitch.
on an object.
Hold on, let me check my spell list.
Let's see.
It only lasts for a minute, but you can cast it.
I do have it. Cool. I cast it large. I cast it large on the telescope.
Okay. The telescope
Is it
gets
big enough-
exponentially larger.
enough? Is it big enough to fit in this dome?
Yes.
Cool.
The dome's big. And
like
this is a
20,
small
yeah.
object, you're now making it a medium object, which is still
Nice.
big for a telescope. And now you're kind of now struggling to kind of pull it up to look through it. it encapsulates like a good portion here now as you're like looking into it. You can see
Your eyeball touching the lens.
you can see Draw perfectly. It is in high definition. You can see these land masses that are floating, that are like segregated and migrating around this center star. It looks like there's green on it.
I'm writing this down.
Right.
Write that down.
You've always read that Draw is uninhabitable because of the state that the planet is in. It's in pieces, but that implies maybe it's not.
Heliodor, you just found it, but
Wait.
you just wait.
I'm gonna be sick.
What did I do? What did I do?
This planet has life on it.
Oh,
Are you sure?
did we just
Greenery.
did we just discover life on another planet?
I have. Yeah, we
Possibly,
have.
Yeah. Fuck.
Possibly.
We need to read first. You use the library.
Yes, make
See what-
sure
Yeah.
that there's no presence of green rocks around Draw. But this could. Oh my gosh, this could be huge.
I'm gonna be rich.
Pattern it.
I really do need to make a starboat, don't I?
Yes.
Oh.
On this goddamn campaign, you don't.
Oh.
I'm not fucking planning that.
Fuck
fine.
this planet. We're going to Draw, baby. Draw.
It's fine. We have an escape plan now in case we fuck up. We can just go to Draw.
It might have life on it, but it might still not be inhabitable for people.
Yeah.
You don't know that.
Yeah, but on
There's
a plant.
plants on
it's one
it.
of
Yeah,
me.
she can live on it. Yeah.
Maybe there are other Druiar out there.
Stop.
Tree up on it.
Oh my god. It's
Space
really our
Druid.
planet.
Way.
Throwing up.
Way.
Rocking.
Oh, okay, right. That's a project for later, but I'm gonna fucking do that. First dwarf in space, please.
That will take a long time to get there. Just to tell you.
I don't care. I'll be 260. I'll be 500. I'll be 800 years old. I'm gonna get into fucking space.
I will go with you.
Yes.
God.
We shall rule like gods.
Thumb signs.
Jared looks genuinely concerned.
Thumb
joking,
signs
I'm
to
joking.
Heliodor. I don't need to breathe.
Just
I go to
froze from it.
space.
Oh, the first thumb in space.
Thumbs in space sounds like a terrible fucking movie.
Can we get a drawing of Thumb in a space boat, but like really zoomed out into darkness?
You hear this kind of like a ding, and you hear the shift of stone.
Ooh, shit,
Um,
shit, fuck. Reduce.
Don't let them know.
It only lasts for a minute, so it does reduce before
Okay,
that
cool.
happens. But you watch as slowly the stars begin to move away from your view as you are rotated back upright. You see
Okay.
Chorus and the pack mage with their hands up as you are settled once more. Back
Oh,
on
hi.
land? Question mark. And Chorus nods his head. I hope your time in the observatory was fruitful.
Still
Fucking
is shaking
grand.
on the spot.
Vomit down their
comes
shirt.
out and the pee.
Are they alright?
Aye, they're just excited. They love this shit. It's like their specialist subject. They're very good.
I see.
One could say a special interest.
Mm. Anyway, Tor, rest, done, bed, rest, Tor, more.
Thumb is tugging on Estella's coat,
Yes.
points at Karuk.
What's wrong with the creek? What?
Quiet.
He is very quiet. Pokes creek.
His head kind of shakes a little bit as if he's coming out, you know, when you zone out. Kind of looks around at you and like, is everything okay?
I was gonna ask you the same thing.
Okay, everything's okay. And he kind of looks back out again into kind of the advance.
Ants
Do you
darkness.
Yeah, it looks a little bit like someone who's having a slight anxiety/panic attack.
Oh no, okay.
Oh no.
Do you feel small?
I think I could use going for a rest, I think. He kind of looks back down at the floor, kind of like solidifying to himself.
It's advanced darkness.
Advanced darkness.
He's having a meltdown, but very quietly.
Yeah, and he kind of looking back down at the floor as if to kind of solidify that he's actually still standing on something.
It might feel scary, but just like Heliodor said, it kind of proves that you are your own person.
You exist despite it all.
Yes.
Yes, I forgot. The spider exists for one thing only: spite.
Fight.
Spite.
He's actually a spider.
Chorus gestures to you. Are you ready to return to your quarters?
I think so.
This guy needs to sleep. He's seen too much space.
Oh, can we have
Space.
food as well?
Gonna go to
Dinner
space.
would be a good idea.
Space.
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 Gonna go to space. Gonna go to space.
Space.
Gonna go to space.
I'm gonna move you all
Space.
manually.
Space.
Nice.
I think
Space.
someone's broken
Basically,
something.
nothing here.
Whoever's moving, stop.
Okay. Solo.
I'm just gonna move you all
Ah.
through space.
The one creek just pukes.
Sorry.
Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom.
Okay.
Boom.
The other chorus has now also returned.
They fly.
They fly. And the other chorus says that your Heliodor, your things are in your room.
Thank you very much.
And that food will be provided to you as requested.
Much appreciated.
The pack member's watching you quite closely.
Heliodor,
Yeah.
me. Hi, why?
He's not saying anything.
Chorus,
Inside
could
check.
you tell me why I am being stared at particularly hard by a pack member?
They're just keeping eyes on our guests. I wouldn't be concerned.
I call hard bullshit, but fine.
Perhaps they
Did you look
recognize you.
through my face? Oh. Do you know me? And Heliodor will look to the pack member.
He nods.
For my first time here.
He looks at Chorus briefly. Chorus says, "You've been here quite a few times."
Aye, that's why I'm asking if it was my first time when I came here.
He cannot speak.
Aye, he just needs to nod or shake his head.
He shakes his head.
Oh, from another time?
He nods.
Which time? Could you show me with your fingers?
He looks at Chorus. Chorus is staring at him. There's this weird,
Oh.
uncomfortable look on his face.
Stop telepathizing. Just do the thing. When?
He said the last time you were here.
Oh, 5 years ago?
Yes.
Shite. Okay. Delightful.
I
What can I do?
suggest we just go back in.
Sounds good. Also, Chorus, has Genka been informed of my arrival?
He has, yes.
Cool. Where is Genka?
Master Faymorth is unavailable for the time being. He is quite deep in his studies and wishes not to be disturbed for at least a day.
A day. Okay.
Perhaps,
So
we
tomorrow
can
evening?
Organise it for tomorrow evening, yes.
Lovely. A dinner would be grand.
I can have that informed for you.
Thank you.
The two choruses both bow to you. In unison, it's a little weird. And one of them offers to take you each to your rooms.
Yes, please.
You are...
Heliodor's keeping an eye on that pack member as well, just like, that's...
His head tilts a
uncomfy.
little as you walk, and then just snaps back forward.
Can I insight check that?
You can.
That feels... That
Can I
feels like
help?
something... Yep, please.
I want to do an insight check myself.
Okay.
Insight. Normal.
-1 gang.
Have
Ow.
a flash of genius. Have a flash of genius on top of that. Get an extra
Stella's
5.
got 22.
I know.
got-
Get an
yeah.
extra 5. I want to know.
Okay. Heliodor, no, this is just uncomfy. You don't know what's up with him.
Ugh.
Estella, you're getting good at reading nothing expressions. Just like the body language of this man, creature, person, thing, is looking at you. Or more so looking at Heliodor. And then when it snaps back, it's almost like something else was looking at Heliodor.
No.
Ooh, bastard.
Okay. we go in. I'll talk about that later.
So you head indoors. You were each introduced to these quite humble, peaceful little rooms. They're quite similar to the rooms in the manor, but significantly smaller. Student accommodation, after all. But the beds are still
but it's
plush.
decadent.
Everything is still lovely. Obviously, the guest rooms are a little nicer than student accommodation. But you each have your own space for the night. Are you doing anything with your evening?
I'd like to see everybody before
Have
we...
a gang meet in someone's room.
Hey,
Gang,
hey,
ow.
hey, come to my room. Come to my...
Everyone's gonna squish into this tiny room.
I will see you soon. I'm going to have a lie down.
Okay.
That's
Oh.
okay.
Okay,
Help yourself.
sleep well.
Kind of like curtly nods before heading off. Just gets to his room, just jerk it off, and just like curls up in bed. Existential crisis, man.
Nice.
What are the three of you doing then?
First of all, I'm going to cast the invisibility again.
Solid choice.
If we're going to talk about anything.
Uh-huh.
You don't see anything.
I want to investigate the room though.
Let me just cast.
Heliodor will assist your investigation.
Okay, investigate.
Yeah. So see invisibility lasts for an hour
Yeah.
as well anyway. Just in case
Nice.
something does pop up, darling. You never know.
That's that advantage, by the way.
Because I'm helping.
Oh, okay. I'll just roll again.
I could...
Oh,
Thank God.
it's an 18. Okay.
No,
Yeah.
You, what are you looking for?
I'm kind of. Estella's feeling a bit more suspicious, knowing that these people are kind of attached to Heliodor, so they're just gonna be searching around. It's not just because it's his room, but they're just gonna be looking around to see if there's like anything out of the ordinary, like anything watching or.
First thing you notice is there's a letter on a chair in the corner of the room.
Okay. Can I pick it up and see if it's like for Heliodor?
It's open and it's addressed to Heliodor.
Okay. A letter for you.
Oh, delightful. Heliodor will open it and read it.
You immediately recognize the handwriting. It's Genka.
Fuck.
Genk has
Oh.
effectively written to you to say, sorry I can't meet up earlier. I am very deep in my studies at the moment. we should make some time to meet in one of the study halls. I would like to have a conversation with you.
Right. Number 39.
There's about there's 10, 15 seconds before you hear a knock at the door.
Open the door. I've just seen that I've received a letter from Genka. If you could cancel those plans for dinner and possibly ask about meeting up, get some more details about where Genka would like to meet me.
Of course. There's a brief moment of confusion. Yes.
Why are you confused?
Well, your room was locked.
I live on Sif. I have strange customs.
No, more so that you received a letter and it wasn't delivered by one of us.
Oh. That's interesting.
I will make some adjustments to security.
It was probably slid from under the door or something.
Wasn't it?
Roll me a deception check, Estella.
It was on a chair.
No, shh.
Roll me a deception check.
No, they made it into a paper airplane. Slid it under, so it flew around, landed, and then flattened itself out.
Wait, Flash, genius! I have an extra 5.
Okay, a 16.
16.
Okay.
Forrest is going to roll an insight to see whether or not you can figure out that this is a deception. Oh
shit.
Meets and beats it. So Forrest is looking at you. These rooms were secure. It's incredibly unlikely the pack would have seen him.
Evidently not.
That is where my concern lies, my lord. I will make sure you have higher security in this area from now on. My deepest apologies.
It's from my friend Genka. I don't think you need to worry too much.
There's a kind of a hesitance.
Uh-huh. Okay, love you, night.
Just closing the door on him. You hear after a few seconds his footsteps as he walks away.
Lovely. Okay, cool. Well, that's fun.
Okay, I'm just gonna say this outright. I don't trust anyone here.
You are correct.
Entirely correct. And Helio goes and sits on the bed and kind of like reads the letter to everybody and goes, right, cool. Well, I might have accidentally just dropped Genka in the shit. Which isn't great.
Well, are you 100% sure that it is from Genka and not someone copying his handwriting?
Helio, can Helio check it over, see if it's a forgery?
Roll me an investigation.
Whee! Investigation.
No.
Fuck me.
Woo!
You know Genka's handwriting. This is Genka's handwriting.
It's Genka. This is Genka.
Yeah.
But why would he just smuggle a letter in? Why wouldn't he just give it to someone to deliver this?
Well, Genka is a thrall, and from a vampiric clan that we know has been taken over. This might be them trying to be subtle. And
I think all elements of subtlety have been taken now.
Blown up, aye. In any case, yeah. So, would you like to meet Genka tomorrow with me? Or
Isn't
would
he
you
related to the attacks? City of Violet Gold.
Aye. That's
and
why.
you want to meet him.
Aye. Genka is one of my bestest friends and has royally fucked me and my home. So Genka has some fucking explaining to do. However, I am still recognizing that Genka does not have a choice in anything. Genka is a thrall. So, I want to see how much I can get and try and help my friend if I can.
Is there windows in this room?
Yup.
Can I look through the window and see what's looking through?
You're looking out into the courtyard. You can see Chorus talking to one of the pack members. And then maybe 3 or 4 other pack members appear and surround the courtyard.
This place is making me nervous.
That pack member was looking at me funny. Don't like it.
He was looking at you funny.
What?
Almost, it felt. It didn't feel like. It didn't feel like he was really looking at you. I had the same, and they turned to Dracera. I had the same feeling, like in the Underdark when we were at that town.
I know what that is. I think
The general?
the general. Ah, fuck. The general has an ability.
Oh god.
He has engineered all of the pack members so that he can use them to look through.
Just like that princess.
Wonder where she got the idea.
Oh my god.
How is he channeling this power?
Magically, it'll be. I'm not allowed. We're not allowed to study them because obviously they're the security. So I can only hypothesize, but it's likely that either he's enchanted an item that allows him to do it, devised a spell of his own, but that would cause.
Heliodor, the amount of power required to make a place like this, the plants and the domes and the water. I mean, of course, there are very accomplished wizards here and sorcerers.
But there's no one like the general.
There's no one like the general. And don't you think that is a bit weird that we've encountered something like this that was powered by an artifact?
How? What?
Ages ago, we went to the Underdark, and one of the angels was using a circlet in order to throw a town into illusion. And they would speak through the people, and it basically encapsulated the entire town. And it was an artifact made from adamantium. I think maybe, sure, the general could be very powerful in himself, but to have that level of power,
The general is old. He's older. He's about as old, if not older, than the Reconstruction.
but even then,
You gotta
He
have an
can't- he
artifact
might-
that powerful to keep you alive that long.
you know, we heard about one person being chosen to be
How many-
immortal, but you know, this could.
Hold
I
on.
don't want to be completely throwing
Wait.
out random theories, but
Yes. Sorry, you do your theory, and then I just
no. What's your theory?
Game theory.
So, when we look at the map of Sif, north of our position, when we were doing that, is the ring north of us when we were looking at that?
What do you mean?
We're looking for another artifact of the Titans. What if the general has it?
Exactly.
Is because the what we got from the Fae was that it was north of the Whisperfields. Is the ring north from where we were? Like,
Up.
does it mean up? I want to look at a map of Sif.
I can open the world
We're
map for
going
you.
full like conspiracy theory, conspitalers, like.
Here is the world map for you.
But what about if it's even more,
So you're
more than an
currently-
artifact? It's a key.
Oh. Right.
Windows, no.
We know where 2 of the keys are. We don't know where the 3rd one is.
This
Oh
is
my god, I'm
north.
gonna be sick.
That's north. That's north. We know that the ring sits kind of at the top of the planet Sif, right?
Right.
DM, right?
Right.
The ring is encapsulates the whole planet.
Tinfoil hats, tinfoil
It's-
hats. Let's go,
like-
go, go.
It
round-
rotates.
Like round the middle, or like is it
No.
like round the top?
It's around the axis, so it
Yeah.
The
it,
axis.
it is a floating rock in space. It is not connected to Sif in any way.
No. Yeah.
You can roll me a history check to see whether or not you remember
Yes.
the position the ring was in when you got back to the Whisper Fields.
Oh, yes, please.
Wait. Can I help?
Yeah, if
Yes,
you want,
please.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, advantage, and I'm gonna put a flash of genius on it anyway. Oh, sing me. No.
You're gonna put Flash Genius on it, so dirty 20?
Yes.
Okay.
It could have been more.
You don't understand. We're horseful.
A 5 and a fucking 6, my guy.
You close your eyes. You're kind of very carefully sitting and trying to map out what you saw when you left the
Veins
Whisper
popping.
Fields.
Oh my god.
The sky in the Whisper Fields is somewhat obscured because it is kind of its own plane. It is its own domain. It's a sort of a different thing. But you're thinking about it. It was... Yeah. No, it adds up. You're starting to think about it. You're like, wait a minute. You don't know whether the Citadel would have been directly north of you, but how it lined up, the ring would have been directly above you.
Oh,
The Whisper Fields.
holy shit! Holy shit! Oh,
He's got a. It's either a key or an artifact.
and he's using
He's
it.
not the immortal thing. He's just been keeping it this entire time.
Hold on. DM.
Yeah.
Remembering
Oh
what
no.
what the general looks like, and his clothes and his jewelry. Does any of it remind me of the same kind of design and architecture of the keys that I've seen?
History check for me.
Oh, help!
Monkey
Help.
noises.
Okay. Fuck me. Okay.
I don't think we can help, can we?
No, nobody can help me.
Yeah.
Okay.
No one can help me.
Okay, roll.
Come on.
Yes.
Fucking go! That's what we do. That's what we do. Never back down. Never what?
The first time you met with the general, he may have changed his clothes. Things may have changed since that point.
Mhm.
You don't remember seeing anything on his person. You
Glasses,
remember
glasses
that
change.
you know that Chorus wears very similar uniform to the general,
Mhm.
and it is this kind of this side long sort of almost like a tunic that is buttoned on one side of the chest. It's somewhat military. His sort of aesthetic. You can't imagine that the general himself is wearing something very different to that. But the patterns on it don't make you think of something specific.
I think like jewelry. Like, was there like a lump somewhere, or?
Not to your knowledge.
He
Okay.
looked like he was wearing a chain.
No.
Mm.
He's
Okay.
not, as much as this man is flamboyant in that he, everything that he has created in the Citadel is a very specific way. He doesn't dress flamboyantly. He dresses as a presence. This man is the person you look at when he walks in the room, and he always draws your eye. He's the kind of person that has a presence about him.
Okay. So, I can't remember anything about.
I feel like we have a little circle going on, and
Yeah.
You're all fucking tinfoil hatting it again.
yeah.
Okay.
Yes, it's your game. It's your game. Of course we are. This is what you want, right? So if you can't, okay.
Locate
Okay.
object.
You don't know
What it looks
Yeah.
like.
what it looks like. Specifically that object. You could try and go for something similar, but it's very unlikely it's going to show up because it needs to be specific.
I mean, we've seen 2 keys, right?
You've seen 2 of them.
And
One
they
of
look
them-
similar.
They look similar. There are
yeah.
slight differences in them.
I need
Um,
to read up on my locate objects.
What?
I think you need to
What's
know
it
the object.
Describe or name an object that is familiar to you.
What does? What material is it made out of? The
Adamantium.
keys. What are they made out of?
Adamantium.
Try locating adamantium.
I can do locate adamantium. Apparel, jewelry, furniture, tool, and
Maybe in the next
Hmm.
again room you'll get a ping for it.
You'll get a ping from.
It's
Okay.
within 1,000 feet of your location. And the
I
Citadel...
assume is bigger than that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it
Cool.
might come up.
At some point, we
Yeah.
can do that. But for now, oh holy shit. Okay.
I'm gonna brown.
God damn.
So
I'm shitting.
Shitting.
So we're working on the hypothesis that the general has a key or an artifact of some description.
Yes. And even if he doesn't have the key, it is probably on the ring, and that is probably why they want to come here.
Could we see the ring again, please, DM?
Of course. I will move them up.
Because underneath the only mountain range on Sif was
Oh no, it's my
the
notebook.
underneath the only mountain range on Sif was a Titan, right? No. Where was the Titan?
The Titan was in a very obscure location that was deep underground.
It was deep underground. It wasn't under a mountain.
No.
Fuck. Okay, because I had a proposition that of something, but
Hang on, wait.
No. okay.
Wait. So the 2 keys, right? Right. So. Oh shit. We know about Herald, Titan of the Living, the key. The other guys have it, right?
Which one do
Toby.
we have?
Yes.
DM. So we have one of the keys, which is the one of. Is it the one of Arcane? Okay.
No. The you have the Titan of the Living.
Okay,
They
we have
have
Herald.
more-
One little second, Key of Herald, yeah.
Key of Herald.
And they
Do
have
they have
Augur,
Herald?
right?
They have Augur.
They have
You're
all
looking
that,
for
okay.
Envoy.
Envoy created land masses, the plants, and organic non-sentient life. All the plants, bro! Bruh!
On. Wait. Okay. Wait.
All the plants are fucking illusions, bro! What about the ring?
So,
Bro!
You're tapping a notebook like. This is
These
Pepe
notes
Sylvia.
from all
This
the
is
way back
absolutely.
to
You're
the
just
start,
going fucking
right?
full Charlie
Right?
Day. It's quite scary.
Magnets!
so,
Bruh.
right. Okay. So, The key.
Question mark.
Do we know what the key does? What that key does?
No.
We can always. It created the land masses. It created plants, non-sentient life. Basically, making everything that is not sentient. Essentially. The other the other one can create living, sentient creatures, and the other one is to do with magic. So, potentially, he has been using this.
Oh, they're not
sentient.
Well, are they sentient?
Are they sentient?
I don't know. No, they've got to be sentient. No, they are, because one of them's like questioning, like, and Chorus down in Alda is sentient. So no, okay, sorry. I just.
No, but he's got his pupils.
He's got his pupils.
This is so fucking funny.
Okay.
Watching the tinfoil hats get fucking plastered on is so.
Yeah, right.
To be fair, I don't think they're not got tinfoil hats on right now. They're making themselves into tinfoil mummies.
Yeah, at this point.
No, but we could be onto something. Because he's got to have something to be able to create that level of magic, and we don't know how. If these water systems are being created, this isn't just being created by non-immortals. I mean, how long has the ring been around as well?
Immortal?
The ring has been here forever.
Exactly.
Right?
He has to create everything because he is apparently an immortal.
Oh, fuck.
I mean, he could just be really powerful and maybe we're just absolutely delusional, and I'm okay with that.
No, I am not. I
There is something, though. Someone cannot just create clones of a person and this much power from nothing. I don't care if you've lived thousands and thousands of years. Dolan can't create new people. I wasn't created out of nothing.
You can always go to the library.
Let's go to the library.
Perhaps
we could do that next session.
Before your meeting with the general, to get some information on things such as Havalos, which are these immortal beings, because I'm sure there's probably something in the library, right?
Shut up, bro! I literally need a piss so bad right now as well, and I haven't been able to go because I can't leave the vibe. Right?
It's a 24-hour library. Let's fucking go. Go.
You going now?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm getting ready for the next session.
Yeah,
Are you leaving Kareem to rest? Or are you dragging his silly ass with you?
What?
Get in!
Come.
What?
You just you hear fumbling inside. You hear fumbling from the other side of the door. There's just some footsteps that come towards it before the door unlocks and it opens. And it's just you stood there. Like the room inside is pitch black, but the light streams in, and it's just that. Yes, I've gotten used to it at this point where you could see that he's groggy because a lot of other people wouldn't be able to tell because of the face, and he's just a. What?
You can sleep at the library, but we have to go to the library now.
Come.
I'm sorry.
We're going. You're
Thumb
coming.
is now dragging on one of your forearms and trying to make you come with him.
Oh, okay. And he just steps out. He's like half dressed. He's not. He's completely out of it right now. Just,
Heliodor dips into the room, grabs the pillow, and comes back out. Like, right, let's go. Let's go.
All right.
Oh, okay.
You guys are all scuttling out into the courtyard, and we're going to continue this next session. Next week.
And that's how you go with a tinfoil hat rampage.
That is how you tinfoil hat. That was, glorious.
Oh, my knuckles.
I hope you guys had fun, and I hope you guys had fun watching. thank you guys for coming, and we will hopefully see you again next week, same time. Where we will continue this fucking tirade that you lot are on.
I bet.
Okay.
I'm trying to sleep.
Toby's either like, oh bugger, they figured it out, or they've gone completely
idiot.
off the rails. This is so funny.
Okay. We'll see you all guys next week. Thank you for coming. Bye.
See you later. Bye.